So one of the tools that you can create is primitively in the wild is called a maul, or a wooden hammer that you can use to baton with. So dang it, Penny. I was using the beaver chew method to get through some of these saplings and to put them on top of my shelter, but they were so thick that it was a little bit hard to just do it during with my arm pressure. So one of the things I wanted to do here was to make some of the primitive tools. I'll ignore, she'll stop. To make some of the primitive tools to get practice at making that. These would be, of course, nice to carry. I'd love to have a hammer, you know, that'd be wonderful, but you know, that's like 2 pounds or something. And I'm not going to carry that on my back. But what I can do is I can get the skill and the practice in to make it quickly out in the bush. So that's what I'm going to start off with. I'm going to use this guy, use this thicker spot up here. That's kind of the top for the maul. And then I'll make a handle for it. So you start off with a perpendicular cut at the top. Okay, it's a bit better. Now I'm not going to want it that long, maybe about forearm length, something like that. Oi, oi! To pull this past, let its own weight pull it apart. Okay, it's pretty good. So that's about firewood size. Now what I'm going to do, you know what, I kind of wish I lift this together a bit. No.
So what I'm doing here is cutting a circle through the middle of the maul. What I do is I leave about a 1 inch, 1.5 inch circle intact in the middle of this. That way I can baton it later and create a handle.
Come on. This is some pretty tough stuff. I'm surprised this hasn't broken yet. It's actually starting to split beyond here, so I'm going to stop, back this out, and saw a bit more straight through there. It could be that it's got enough still on there somehow so that it's not busting. Really wish I'd gotten this thing nice and chopped up before I'd removed it up. It's really hard to hold this thing still. Okay, so now you can kind of see what I was getting at. I sawed it straight through here. Now I've got the handle like this, so I can baton this a bit more to get it smaller, because that's enormous still, and splintery. I don't want to get splinters in my hand. You know what? I should have left this on and worked at it from this direction while it was still attached to the log. The log would hold this part down, then I could baton straight in away from myself and not have as many dangers, but also a little bit more control. I think I have to start getting in here, slicing it. Can't really get the baton in very well at this weird angle. I don't want to cut towards myself either. I have to make a little balance here. Hold it just right, kind of get this started very gently, because my leg is right there. Come on. It's really just pushing outward. I think it might be the shape of this wood, how it got thicker towards the end. Maybe something about the grain is pushing this out. There we go. There we go, that's what I wanted. And this baton is quite awkward to hold. I'm going to do that sideways thing a little bit, gently, just to get it started. Not enough to clear anything, because I don't want this, you know, this is the triangle of death. I don't want to get too hard into here, get into myself. It's not really getting in. Seems to be not right there too. These knots were invisible from the top. Could be that it was a very small branch and I just really couldn't see it. So I think even though this is pretty much in the triangle of death, I think I'm pretty safe because I got the wood in the way and I'm not swinging it, I'm batoning it through there. So I don't think the chances of me stabbing myself are very high with it so stable right here. I mean, I don't even really have to hold the wood, it's quite stable at this angle. Okay. I didn't move to catch that, I let it fall because I didn't want to move my knife. I think I'm going to thin it down just a bit more before I call it good. It really just pushes outward, just so much. I mean, I know I am driving something through the wood, but I think it would stick in more, go into the wood more. I think this would be really nice to have a hatchet for this, or a tomahawk, but I think I can deal it all right without all that extra weight. I think I'd rather have my finer carving jackknife set multi-tool thing. Wish I could do it with all just one tool. Be so skilled that even just a knife would be more than enough. But I know even lots of people who would take a knife and a axe. So this, I'm getting down to the part that's not sawed. So these shavings at the bottom stick at the base of the handle, base of the head. So I have a video on my channel of me carving a spoon, and I stabbed myself real good. And ever since then I've been trying to be really more careful, especially when I'm out in the middle of nowhere like this by myself. That's just too dangerous. You know, if I got hurt, I could leave my bag and go. I mean, my car's only like 20-30 minutes away. So it's not too far. A little over a mile, I bet. Okay. The handle's kind of oval shaped, so I'm going to kind of attack the ends of that oval. So the more I go across this, the smoother it is and the less likely I am to get splinters. That's really why I'm smoothing this. I really like this technique of prying it against and then going away. I mean, there's like no chance of me hurting myself, but I can get a lot of power behind it. Something like that. You know what, I'm going to call it good. Alright, let's get started back on these aspens.